Hotep. Hey, this is Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. It is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022, and we're here with a very, very special broadcast. I'm here with Rakhem Seku and Kenya K. Stevens of the Psalms Mystery School, and we're going to talk about Tantra Practitioner Training, energy activation, whole body healing, and manifestation. So how are you all doing today?
We're awesome.
We're doing great. We're doing
all right, great. We're all here in the new year. We made it. It was a crazy 2021. All right. So we're glad everybody's here. And I have interviewed them. I think I first interviewed them, it was maybe 2010, 2011 when I was doing Blog Talk Radio. Okay. So yep, they've been rolling with me for a long time. But very quickly, now we just had Kenya on a few months ago, but very quickly, Rakhem Seku is a metaphysician, life and love coach, and author of 11 books. He teaches the Bagua astrology system, BAS, and applies metaphysical concepts to support people in creating the lives they desire through Progressive Love Academy and the Progressive Spiritual, Alchemical, and Metaphysical School he created with his wife, Kenya K. Stevens, who a lot of people here on the African History Network show know about. Rakhem is a relationship coach with over 15 years of experience coaching clients into successful, blissful relationships and marriages. So we're going to come to you first, Rakhem, and then we'll go to you, Kenya. So talk about this I2 Tantra training. Explain to people what this is.
Well, I2 Tantra is our version of Tantra, and I2 stands for integrated intimacy. Mm-hmm. And what we did was we looked at what happened in our marriage in terms of the things we didn't know around sexuality, around energy work, around intimacy, and how to build that in a union. And we took the lessons that we learned from a number of people, Raul Neferamen, Shanta Nitiyama, and many others. And we developed our own certification system to teach people not only to be practitioners and support clients, but also to improve their own relationships, how to increase intimacy, how to increase closeness, how to increase your pleasure experience. Because what happens in a lot of marriages, Michael Imhotep, is that people just don't feel connected to each other. Mm-hmm. And part of that is because of not really understanding how to, feel each other energetically, how to really build intimacy in the marriage and relationship. So we put that together and called an I2 Tantra. It's a certification course. And I'm going to be teaching that this year, actually starting next Sunday, January 9th, for people who are interested.
Okay, January 9th, 2022. And we're going to talk about that. And for those that don't know, Rakhem and Kenya have been on the Michael Baisden show, radio show. They've been on Fox News. They've been on the Dr. Phil show. They've been over 100 radio and talk shows, including the African History Network show as well. So they've been doing this for a long time. Now, Kenya K. Stevens is a relationship expert, love coach, best-selling author, wife, and mother of 3. Kenya attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., where she graduated in 1997 with a degree in education and child psychology. Not only did she get a degree, but she also met and married a fellow Howard student, Rakhem Seku, Carl Stevens. They now live in the mountains of North Carolina, raising 3 children. Together for the past 12 years, this power couple has they built the Juju Mama Love Academy, which is now the Progressive Love Academy, into a worldwide love coaching conglomerate and online love academy. So can you talk about your role in this training? What exactly do you do? And when we have you and I have these conversations, we talk about Tantra because there's so much misinformation floating around about Tantra, and our relationships here in America are screwed up anyway. So give us some clarification on this, please.
Absolutely. Tantra is the art of sacred sexuality, utilizing sex for the purpose of healing and manifestation instead of just procreation and, getting your rocks off. You can utilize sex for a spiritual purpose, and healing is a big part of that. So I posted the other day, that's what you saw, the poster that talked about women who have bipolar or quote unquote hysteria. And that is a direct result of not feeling connection, not feeling intimacy, not feeling their sensuality, and having to hide and being ashamed of their sensuality. So one thing that Tantra does is it really supports women. It supported me so much from moving from that anger and that pain into happiness and bliss. So that's why we need more men who know how to do this healing sexuality instead of just, masturbating in women.
Right.
We want men to know how to heal women. And that is what I2 Tantra can teach men. It can also teach women who want to learn how to heal men via sexuality.
Okay. So when we look at this now, I remember seeing, because I've been following you all for years, I remember, Carl, seeing a demonstration that you did some years ago, and I'm going to bring up your website here also. I remember seeing a demonstration that you did years ago, and it was an energy demonstration. And you had a woman, she laid on the back, and you put your hand over her abdomen. And if I remember correctly, you made her have an orgasm. Was that okay? That's what I thought. I remember. I just want to make sure I didn't hallucinate something. Talk about that, and how does that connect to Tantra and the Tantra training that you're going to do starting January 9th?
Well, that's a big part of what we do with the Tantra training is we teach about energy and how just subtle touch or subtle energetic interactions between two people can actually be very pleasurable, be very orgasmic, that kind of thing. So that demonstration was me just basically demonstrating that, it can be somebody out of the audience and they don't know me or whatever, and we can still have an energetic connection between us that's very pleasurable, that, that she's going to be able to feel, that I'm going to be able to feel. And it's a really beautiful exchange. And so I do the demonstrations just to show people firsthand that this is possible. And because I want people to be able to feel it themselves and to see it and witness it so that they can understand that this is something that they can also do as well. Again, the woman I was working on, she had never experienced anything like that. But after experiencing that, she now knows that she can have that in her life, in her relationship. She just needs to learn the tools and the principles. And again, that's why we created the I2 Tantra course, to teach those types of things.
Okay, now what was it that she had never experienced before, Rakhem?
She had never experienced an energy-based orgasm, meaning having an orgasm where there's really no penetration, there's no clitoral stimulation, that type of thing. So again, in our society, people assume that the way to have an orgasm as a woman, for women who are having orgasms, that the only way for them to do it is through direct physical stimulation of the clitoris, or in some cases through vaginal penetration. And what we're trying to say is, yeah, those are methods for bringing pleasure and that type of thing, but It's not the only way. And if you want to build true intimacy in your relationship, if you want to build closeness, then you're going to need to establish energetic connections between each other so you can actually feel each other on an energetic level. So it shouldn't be like it's only during sex that you can really feel me or be brought to pleasure by me. It should be something that you can feel when we're around each other in general.
Yes.
Okay, so, and that's something that you're going to teach in the training?
Yes. Well,
okay. Yeah. All right. So this is what I want to do. I want to go to you all's website, and you can give us more information. I posted the link here. People can get more information here, and you can register here as well. So this is the I2 Tantra Integrated Intimacy. And okay, so we have it up here on the screen. So let's look at this here. Learning the art of energy activation, whole body healing, and manifestation. Okay. And like I said, they ain't teaching this stuff in like sex education in high school. Okay. I took sex education was 1988, 89. We ain't learned anything like this really. But anyway, this course will be taught live beginning January 9th, 2022. All students registered for this Tantra coaching certification will be able to attend the live classes and have access to all recordings. Now, explain briefly what is Psalms.
Well, basically, most people know us, Michael Imhotep, from the early days when we started a company called Juju Mama.
Yes.
And Juju Mama turned into an actual school. We named it Juju Mama Love Academy, which later on became the Progressive Love Academy. But we kind of got so big in terms of the students and the concepts we were teaching that we split the school into two parts. And so we still have the Progressive Love Academy. That's still available. You can find that at progressiveloveacademy.com. But then we created also Psalms. And Psalms is the mystery school, meaning for people who want to understand the metaphysical principles, understand the background of all the tools that we talk about, whether that be the choice paradigm or Bhagavad metaphysics or any of those types of things, then you can come to Psalms and you can learn those principles. In addition, if you want to be a coach and actually coach people based on those principles that we teach at Psalms, again, you come to Psalms, you can take the classes, the initiations, and eventually get certified. And that's what I2 Tantra is. It's one of our certification courses, so people can actually go out in the world and teach. So again, we had to split the school into two separate schools because we kind of got so big. There's so many tools, so many concepts that we teach. And so we create a mystery school for the metaphysical side. And then the Love Academy is for people who want to go out in the world and really have an impact on relationships and polyamory.
Okay. And you mentioned polyamory as well. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a minute. That's a whole nother aspect of this. So let's go through and look at this here. What will you learn in this coaching certification? So tell us about either one of you, the 10 expressions of sexuality. What is that? Because once again, see, our whole concept of sex and sexuality is through a European cultural paradigm. And this is one of the reasons why we're so screwed up and our relationships are in shambles.
Exactly. And so one of the things, Michael and Imhotep, that we got to deprogram people from is the concept that porn has taught us, right?
Yes.
And people look at porn and say, oh, this is what sex is.
Mm-hmm.
But what we teach is that, no, there's actually 10 different aspects of sex or sexuality. So you talked about it earlier. You saw me doing a demonstration. That was energetic connection, yes, or an energetic expression of sex. So we teach that as one form of sexuality. Then there's like subtle touch, which is not me stimulating, your erogenous zones. It's just me, touching you very lightly and that type of thing, but also bringing you to a place of pleasure and bringing us closer together as a couple. That's another form of sexuality. So we have all these forms that we teach within the I2 Tantra course because you have to understand what sex actually is. And until you detox your mind from what we've learned from porn and Western culture, you're not going to be able to really enjoy true intimacy with your partner. You're going to be looking at the wrong places, at the wrong types of stimulation, and it's just not required to be healthy and be whole. So that's what the 10 expressions of sexuality are. We go into the different aspects of what sex actually is.
Okay, so what is sex then? You said we have to learn what sex really is. So tell us, and maybe Ken, you may want to take this. What is sex? Because pornography has us screwed up, and it also causes body shaming as well, which is something in another aspect of it. So what is sex?
Sex is connection. It's connection to source. It's connection to one another. Sex is connection. It has nothing to do with intercourse necessarily. If that's the way you're connecting, sure. But there's so many ways to connect. And sex is just about the fact that you are connecting with other.
Yes.
Okay. So if we go back and look at this, some other things that you'll learn in the course, and if anybody watching has any questions, post your questions here. We'll try to get some of those answered. If we look at this again, let me pull this back up, go back to the website, and we posted the link here as well. How to feel and be in touch with the energy in your body, how to move the energy in your body. So talk about that briefly.
So, if you want to actually, get the most out of sex and get the most out of your connection with your partner, you have to be able to actually feel. And again, we're trying to get people to understand that it's not just about the physical touch. So we go through a training and process and teaching of how to feel the energy that moves throughout your body. So for example, Michael, when I walk into a room, and let's say there's some women in the room or whatever, they're going to feel my energy. But if they're not in tune with themselves, they're not going to understand what they're feeling. They're not going to get the true benefit of that feeling. And that's how it is with your partner. When your partner walks in the room, you should be able to feel them and feel the energy shift and move in your body in a specific way.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we'll talk about is like how to recognize the energy that you feel. And then once you recognize it, then how do I control and manipulate it to do what I want it to do? So again, what you saw in the video is me projecting my energy from my body into somebody else. So we should be able to actually use our energy for what we want to use it for. So we do that training as well.
Wow. Wow. So these are ancient arts also.
Yes. Yeah. These are all things, you know, again, nothing new under the sun, right, Michael? These are things that our ancestors practiced, that a number of cultures practice around the world. You know, there were just certain cultures that basically had the time, the interest, and the insight into expanding what sexuality is, getting into energy work, and understanding what they can do to increase their ability to manifest their life through the manipulation of this energy.
So in like Chinese martial arts, like Kung Fu, you have chi power.
Yes.
Japanese martial arts, like Shotokan karate, you have ki power. How does, and that's internal power that you learn to cultivate in martial arts. How does what you're talking about, Rakhem in Kenya, this energy, how does that relate to the internal power that we're taught about in martial arts? Is there a connection between the two?
It's the same thing. And women really crave this. You know, women really crave to be connected with, to be seen, to be felt, to be experienced. And if a male doesn't know how to have that experience with her, and she doesn't know how to have that experience with him, they're going to feel disconnected. They just feel like our sex is just physical. It's just all physical. Like, oh, you just always want to jump on top of me. Oh, da, 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 da. And so it's because it's missing all of these other elements, the key, the chi that you just described.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So this then in turn will cause people to have more fulfilled, meaningful relationships.
Yes.
Okay. And like, sounds like it could save marriages.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
And not even that. This is a practitioner's training. So I can make money supporting couples, supporting singles in working with their energy and waking up their sexual chi. Anyone can make money and make a living and make income being a Tantra practitioner. So that's what we train you to do.
Okay, so they can become a Tantra practitioner and be like a coach, relationship coach, love coach.
Tantra coach.
So Tantra coach. So they can create an additional form of income, stream of income in 2022.
Easily.
Yes.
Okay.
Because people want this. They want it, you know.
Exactly. Okay, let's look at this. All right, I'm going to go back to the website here. Okay, so how to project your energy outward to others using sexual energy as a tool to manifest physical reality. So explain that, because once again, the way we're taught about sex in Western culture is not to, I mean, it may manifest a baby, but we're not taught to use that energy to manifest physical reality. So what does this mean?
Yeah, exactly that, Michael. It's saying, like, look, we know that sex can be used for manifestation, but most people think only to manifest life, manifest a baby, another human being. And what we're saying is, no, sexuality and sexual connections is a manifestation device.
Yes.
Meaning you can use it to manifest whatever you want to manifest in your life. And so how Kenya and I got to that was we actually used it over and over and over again to manifest things in our life. You know, we manifested money, we manifested, you know, better relationship, we manifested physical things inside our lives. And so we said, this is something that we need to share and teach with others. And this is why we included the manifestation portion into the actual curriculum. Okay, so people need to understand that, look, you are a manifester, you are a creator, right? Just like Psalms, 82:6 says, ye are gods, right? Meaning ye are creators. So we're just teaching people where their creative energy lies and how to utilize it.
Yes.
So if this was something, these are ancient arts, right? So how do we lose this?
Slavery, the transatlantic slave trade, moving beyond indigenous African, indigenous Native American, indigenous cultures all over the world practice this, but moving to, the colonial settlements and understandings and religions. Somebody, Susan mentioned in the comments that religion has stripped this away from sex.
Right. Because when you look at, so for instance, like if you look at the Salem witch trials that took place here in this country, one of the things that, even just the whole concept of a woman being a witch, but One of the things that Europeans would classify a woman as being a witch is having an orgasm.
Yes.
Okay. So a woman having an orgasm was looked down upon and derided by white males, by European male dominated culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're dealing with all this craziness here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And religion's a big part of that, Michael. Again, there's, religion does what it does, right? But in terms of understanding sexuality, understanding human connection, understanding how to bring people together in healthy, whole relationships, that's not religion's thing. And so when they interpret what they see as orgasm or pleasure or sexuality or whatever, they usually misinterpret it and then misadvise. And if they're in a powerful position to, rule the state or rule the country, they're going to put rules that's going to, what's healthy for people.
Right. And one of the biggest problems, being stripped of African history and culture and spiritual systems, things like this, is that we've been taught to see reality through the eyes of Europeans, through a European cultural paradigm, which oftentimes is at odds with the nature of African people and our existence. Okay. And it's not, and you have people who, people of African descent who practice different religions, different spiritual systems. And I think a lot of it has to do also with maybe the misuse of that particular religion or spiritual system also. Okay. I think a lot that's what we're dealing with, because even when you look at, for instance, early Christianity before the Council of Nicaea and the Council of Ephesus, things like this, early Christianity looked a lot like traditional African spiritual systems.
Right. Well, that's what it's based on.
That's where it came from, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. A lot of this stuff gets twisted around, and we don't know. One of my teachers, Professor Kabahaya Wapakamane, says to understand the existence of something, you must first understand the pre-existence of existence.
Yes.
Okay. So this is important. Our in-house manifestation process, and the principles of sex magic. Talk about that for a minute. Because when we talk about sex magic, so now it sounds like sounds like a hocus pocus stuff. So
a lot of men are talking about what do women bring to the table? This is what women bring to the table. A woman is literally a walking manifestation machine. You put your dream into her womb and she is going to birth it, whether it's a new house, a new car, a Porsche, or whatever, a new career, she's going to birth it. But that's good or negative. So if you're not aware, you're not conscious, she's still birthing your doubts, your fears. So it's very important to learn what is sex magic and to utilize sex magic principles when you are making love to a woman, because she's going to take your energy and make it bigger, whatever your energy is. So that's very important. We talk about that here in Psalms and at the I2 Tantra.
Yeah. And the in-house manifestation process, again, we said that, sexuality is utilized to manifest, to create. What we've done is we've taken that natural, process, and we've turned it into something that's structured, that people can follow and go step by step and see what's happening throughout the entire process. So we created an entire 9-step system basically, and we teach that also inside this course as well.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So when we look at women, especially women of African descent, we're looking at them being planting a seed in fertile soil to manifest what it is that we want. And the woman can manifest that energy it could be either positive or negative.
Yes.
The energy. So you have to, as a man, you have to make sure that your energy is positive.
Yes. And that you're sharing your dreams with your woman, and that you know that she is a manifestation power for you. That's something that she brings to the table. We always wonder, what do women bring to the table? Right. She's bringing her power to birth your dream to the table.
Exactly. Okay, so and then we have, I want to go back here to the website. Okay, dealing with sexual trauma. Now, this is something big in the African American community. And Kenya, you know, you and I have talked about this before. I know there was one study that I saw, because I did a lot of research surrounding when Surviving R. Kelly came out, and I know I saw one study that dealt with how about 40% of African American women by age 18 have experienced some type of sexual trauma. Okay, so talk about this here, dealing with sexual trauma. How does the Tantra training help deal with sexual trauma?
Well, again, just based on our society and you know how we look at sexuality, how we treat sexuality, you know, and the fact that religion plays a big part of that. You know, sex is looked at as a sin, right? So it's very much suppressed in our culture. It's very much repressed, and so people end up finding sexuality and fulfilling those human needs in like really, you know, underhanded kind of strange ways, right? And those ways end up hurting themselves and other people, right? So, you know, people are trying to deal with this powerful energy. We're talking about one of the most powerful forces that you are ever going to deal with, the force of procreation, which all animals and all plants and everything is in the process of procreation. And we're looking at that force as something that's evil or bad. And people are trying to you know, suppress it, but it's impossible to do that without damaging yourself, right? And so what we're saying is most people have a trauma, whether it be, you know, women, for example, or men being sexually abused or sexually traumatized or made to feel bad about who they are sexually. Even Michael Imhotep, when you look at what happens to a lot of boys in this country, you know, it starts with boys with circumcision. So you're saying, okay, out the gate, you're getting the most sensitive part of your penis cut off, you know, days after being born, after coming to this world. And we're wondering, does that have any impact on how you think as a boy, as a young man, in terms of sexuality, or how you feel about sexuality, those types of things? So we've got a lot of traumas that we need to unpack and at least acknowledge so that we can deal with. And again, with this course, if you haven't dealt with some of your sexual traumas, then you really can't be a holistic practitioner, you know, of Tantra, of sexuality, of intimacy.
And this course helps you deal with it.
Yes,
it takes you
we have
into
to do
it.
that. We've got to go into those things. Yes.
Okay. All right. Excellent. All right. Now, if we look here at, let's see, let's scroll down. All right. And this is the PSAL.MS website, but we posted a link here. We have a special link here that we posted so you can get more information and register for the course. Okay. So tell people tell people more about the course. How much is the course, and when does it start, Rakhem?
Yeah, so the course, again, the cost of the course is $2,997, and so that covers the entire course, all your coursework, so all the videos, all the teachings, the access to the recordings of the videos. It gives you a license to be a practitioner for a year, utilizing, you know, our logos and our technology and that kind of stuff. And basically, we're going to start on January 9th. Now, if you come in a little bit after that, it's fine because the recordings are going to be there. But we're going to be testing everybody on the information. You have to pass all tests with an 80% or above in order to be certified. You also have to do some demonstration work, you know, in front of me. I need to see that you can actually utilize these principles, you know, on a potential client or on a loved one or volunteer or whatever. So, you know, we want to make sure you know how to use the information and use, you know, what we're teaching you. The course is very powerful. People who have taken out Tantra swear by it.
Yes.
It's been powerful for me. It's been powerful for Kenya.
Yes.
It's actually, in some ways, it's actually saved our marriage by restoring and expanding the intimacy that we have with each other. So the course it's going to be exciting. I'm reteaching the course. So it's going to be, you know, fresh information, new videos, all that kind of stuff is going to be available for people. So I'm really excited about people joining.
Okay, now, were you about to say something, Kenya?
No, I said it's fun too.
Okay. Yep. Now talk about payment options as well. We know it's the beginning of the year. Some people are about to get hit with credit card bills from Christmas. Okay, so talk about payment options, but then also how this is an investment and the earning potential once they become certified.
Well, it's $250 a month. Anyone who practices I2 Tantra should be able to get clients to the tune of $1,000 a month. You charge $250 an hour or $250 per session to give somebody the Tantra healing and energy work. If you don't want to work a 9 to 5, you have to have a plan to get out of that. And you should do something that you're passionate about. A lot of men, in my view, are healers. They sex healers. And they don't have the technology to do it, but that's really what they're good at. Same with women. And it's like, come on, get trained. Do this. Set up at your house. Get a massage table and take clients at your home. You will be healing people left and right, and it is a very low cost. $250 a month, that's nothing.
Yeah, $250 a month for 12 months. So it's a payment plan for people who don't want to pay the entire thing out of pocket. Mm-hmm. We had a special that we were running before that just ended at the first of the year, where we actually took $1,000 off the price. So, but you know, again, it's very affordable the way it's structured now. Again, you can pay everything up once, or you can do one of our 2 payment plan options.
Yes.
Okay, so you offer different options. They can pay all at once. They can do the 12-month option, $250 a month.
Yes.
Or they could pay in 4 payments, $749.25.
Yes.
All right. Okay, now you have this one demonstration here, Rakhem, of energy work. Okay, yeah. So tell us again what's going on here for those that may have tuned in a little late.
Yeah, so as you can see, that's me sitting down, and I have someone who volunteers from the audience to come get the energy work. And as you can see, I'm not touching her physically, so there's no physical touch taking place. And basically, I'm just, again, projecting my energy, you know, from me into her. I'm connecting with her auric field, and, you know, just seeing, is she able to feel the energy? You know, is she able to feel anything different, you know, physically in her body? Is she able to notice any additional thoughts or any kind of feelings, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's just a demonstration. There's people there who are watching, who are observing. And the interesting thing about this, Michael, is that the people in the audience can also feel the energy as well. Yes. So I'm not working on them directly, but they can also feel and experience what she's feeling. The men in the audience can feel and experience what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. And so, you know, we're all connected through energy. But yeah, this is a demonstration.
And she is going to come to orgasm. I wish you had a live video to show of one of yours.
Say that again, Kenya.
I said she is going to come to orgasm without being touched at all. So I was telling him I wish he had his live video up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on the website, wasn't there a video?
Yeah, there are a number of videos on the website, on YouTube, on my Instagram page. We don't have one on this particular page, though.
Okay, I thought there was one here. All right, give your YouTube channel also.
Yeah, they can find me at Rakhem Seku, Rakhem Seku. That's me on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram with that same handle. And there's going to be demo videos on both of those pages, on my Instagram and also on my YouTube channel.
Okay, and then give yours as well, Kenya.
Progressive Love Academy on Instagram and progressiveloveacademy.com.
Okay, Progressive Love Academy on Instagram and progressiveloveacademy.com. So once again, everybody, this class starts up January 9th, 2022. So you can start your year off right and enter into this training to become a Tantra practitioner, which will also allow you to teach it and create another stream of income as well. This course will be taught live beginning January 9th, 2022. Just give people a quick recap of this, Rakhem, for maybe those that joined late.
Yeah, so basically we're going to start our own brand of Tantra training again this year, starting January 9th. It's called I2 Tantra. I2 stands for Integrated Intimacy. It's basically going to show people how to be tantric practitioners, how to earn, you know, a living doing that, and work on clients, work on loved ones. To become a member of, you know, the certification, you can go to our website at PSAL.MS. You can become an annual member. It's only $39 for the entire year to be a member. And then you can take any one of our courses or initiations or certifications at that point. And so, you know, it's going to be exciting. I'll be teaching it live. We also have a lot of recorded video footage that you all have access to. And we're excited to teach it. You know, we're going to have a big event here in Houston in September of this year, and we're going to be doing a really large live Tantra, demonstration and ceremony. It's going to be on, I think, September the 20th. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Is it on the website? Is it on the website?
It will be. We'll have the information up on that pretty soon. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. So that's going to be in Houston in September 2022, and
3-day event. 3-day events of our annual event of the year.
A 3-day event. Okay. Yeah. And for this Tantra training, I2 Tantra training, how long is the course?
Well, I'm going to start on January 9th and probably teach through June.
Wow.
People are going to be able to kind of work on and go at their own pace. If they feel they need some more time to, learn some of the material or that kind of thing. And then, for folks who finish the course in June, they'll be able to graduate and we'll have a graduation ceremony at our annual event in September. Okay. And so we'll celebrate the people who are able to graduate and complete the course information. Again, you don't have to graduate at that time. You can, if you need to take longer, that's fine as well. But just so people know, we do graduate once a year and celebrate all those graduates at our annual event called the NPRI.
The NPRI?
Yeah. New Paradigm Relationship Intensive.
Okay, New Paradigm Relationship Intensive.
Yes.
All right. Well, look, everybody, this is a great opportunity. A lot of people, their New Year's resolutions, they want to have better relationships. They want to increase revenue, things like this. They want to learn more about their partners, etc. Now, before we go, you mentioned polyamory a few minutes ago, Rakhem. Talk about that briefly. I know you and Kenya teach about that as well for those that want to learn. I don't think you're saying if somebody is in a monogamous relationship and happy, they should do something else. But for those that want to explore that, talk about polyamory for just a minute.
Sure. They can find out more about polyamory at Progressive Love Academy. That's where we teach polyamory and communication. At Psalms, they teach all the deep mystery. It's a mystery school. So I teach about polyamory over at Progressive Love Academy and Progressive Love Academy on Instagram. It's just, it's a lifestyle that we've chosen. We've been married 26 years. And so we just really enjoy having other partners, not just one another. And when you get so good at sensuality, because you know Tantra, you just know that it's about connection and beauty and light and love. It's not about nothing dirty or bad or wrong. So why not? We have lots of partners that we share love with. Right.
And different culture, like in our idea of marriage is largely framed from this European culture and the Judeo-Christian ideology, but different cultures around the world have different concepts of marriage. And throughout history, those concepts of marriage change as well. Yeah. So I think it's important for people to understand that also. All right, guys. Well, look, it's been great talking to you once again. Happy New Year to everybody. People, we posted the link here. Check this out. Register for the training. And we'll talk to you all next time, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you,
this
Michael.
was great.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. Take care. Imhotep. All right, everybody. That was Rakhem, Seku, and Kenya Stevens. Be sure to follow us here on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network, and our YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, Imhotep. And listen to the African History Network show Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I'm on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation WFDF. In Detroit, if you go to our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, we have the information there right on the homepage of the website. And then when I broadcast, I broadcast on our Facebook fan page and our YouTube channel live. So turn on live notifications so you know when we go live. If you like this type of information, give us a thumbs up as well. Give us a heart on the video, okay? And you can listen to audio podcasts of the shows, also iHeartRadio, iTunes, Blog Talk Radio, Castbox, FM Player, TuneIn, wherever you get your audio podcast from. Search for the African History Network show. All right, we have to get out of here. Remember, right now it's correct. Wrong behavior is not over till we win. Wakanda forever.